Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sunday Abegunde. In today's video, I'll be telling you reasons why freelancers, small businesses, entrepreneurs, and independent contractors fail in business. And this would help you to avoid the pitfalls or the common pitfalls that can totally throw off your money-making journey. So number one, lack of financial separation, not defining your freelancing career or your business as a separate entity from yourself. Accountants call this entity concept. That means that if the business makes you $100,000, the $100,000 should not be the money you have total access to spending. Demarcate a specific amount that you pay yourself as salary. This is one major mistake that many freelancers, entrepreneurs, business owners make. That means they just spend money at will for their personal use. Number two, the misappropriation of income. And in this context, I'm not saying that you are embezzling your own money. After all, it's your money. You can use it to share. That is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is like a proportion of your income as a business must be apportioned towards reinvestment in your business or scaling up that business. Something that would make you more efficient and enhance your productivity as a business. Then for some businesses, this might be like putting some money into Facebook adverts, Google adverts, or hiring somebody that would make your workflow more efficient or something like that. So let's move on to number three. The number three reason why some small businesses, freelancers, entrepreneurs fail in their business is that they are passionate. Oh, passion is supposed to be a good thing. Yes, you're supposed to be passionate about what you do. But I would use an example. Some photographers are just passionate that they are doing work for free. So you want to separate passion from business. Your skill is not totally free. It came at a cost. It cost you something to learn the skill, and you should treat your skill as a tool for building your business and generating income. At this juncture, please hit the like button. Let's proceed to number four. Number four is over-reliance on platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, TopTap, Freelancer.com, a whole lot of them out there. It is good to use freelance platform. I'm a big beneficiary of freelance platforms, especially Upwork, and I still teach people how to leverage platforms like Upwork on this channel. But don't be over-reliant on a platform like Upwork. For entrepreneurs, not diversifying. Yeah, I understand the importance on focusing on one specific thing, but when you focus on a specific economic engine, you focus on something that generates money. When that is working and you are sure it is working, build a model around it that ensures that that system keeps working. Then you can try out other things you have in mind. You need to diversify. Number five, passive client acquisition. That means most freelancers, entrepreneurs, and small business owners are very passive with their client acquisition. They are depending only on referrals, word of mouth, which are good ways to acquire clients. They don't have an active way of acquiring clients, for example, like cold calling, cold pitching, doing adverts, so that you can actually be the one reaching out to the kind of clients that you feel will need your service. And this also takes us back to a previous point I make, that a proportion of whatever income you make should go back into the business, into client acquisition. You want to acquire more clients. Number six, many businesses fail because they neglect proper documentation. They don't have records of sales, records of clients. They don't have a client base. Let us use an example of the barber's shop. Most barber's shop in Nigeria don't have the phone numbers of their customers, and this applies to many other businesses. So you should have some data of your customers so you can always retarget them either in advertisement or call them directly to check on them and stuff like that to ensure that they have you in mind. Some freelancers, when they are working with clients off platforms, they just collect the money directly from the clients, no sending of invoice. There are many platforms that can actually help you create your invoice. Now, GigPay has that option. Clever also has that option in the pipeline. And you can use Invoicely and some other platforms like Deal to send invoice. You can also create invoice yourself. Remember, I said we should not depend only on platform. You can get a template for invoice. You need to have a proper contract. Some contract requires that you should have a lawyer, even all contracts. But in reality, you might not want to use a lawyer every time. Maybe like you don't want to pay a lawyer, which is not advisable. But you can at least ask ChatGPT to draft a contract for you, send it to the client, let the client sign, and you sign. So even if you guys will not end up in court, as most people don't expect to. You have something to fall back on. One thing I've observed with clients is that in the beginning of the contract, sometimes you would tell a client that I'm going to do A, B, C, D for you. And if E is available, I'm going to do F. So when you actually start that contract, the client will now hold you accountable for A, B, C, D, E, F. Remember you said if E provides E, you are going to do F. So you guys should have something you can always fall back on as the blueprint for the contracts. It will help you mitigate against potential disputes and resolve disputes when it eventually happens, or when the third party wants to arbitrate for you guys in dispute. There can be a basis on which that person is going to arbitrate for you guys. Another reason why small businesses, freelancers, and some entrepreneurs fail is that they prioritize profit too much. Prioritizing profit is not bad, but excessive prioritization of profit is what is not good and can lead to business failure. So you don't just want to make money off the client, and now the client is complaining that the service is bad, and now you're telling the client is going to pay more money, and you are not even empathizing with the client at all. That is excessive prioritization of profit. You should also prioritize building quality relationship with the client and not only profit. You want to show interest in helping the client achieve the result they desire. So that should be a priority for you, as you also prioritize profits on a low. Another reason why businesses fail is lack of market research. People don't take their time to do research, to do their feasibility and viability appraisal, to see whether that business is profitable in that environment and whether that business is practical in that environment before jumping. So a business might be profitable and practical in another environment. So you need to do market research. You need to research into your prospective clients to know what they like, what they don't like. So you can use that to build your product or improve your service towards what they like when you have done your market research. And when you do your market research, you can discover gaps that your competitors are not filling, and you can actually become the force in that particular sphere. With this viewpoint of mine, like we used to say in our primary schools, I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that you can avoid failing in business by avoiding the following pitfalls I have listed in this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the like button. Then you can see this other video. I give some business insights.